Hey guys, back at it with another roulette strategy to put against a survival test. We got one sent in by Dave Want. He's calling this Golden Goose. Actually, I'm not sure if this is his original strategy. I want to say he mentioned he's found it somewhere else, but it seemed pretty solid. It has some good coverage. We'll get into the video in a minute. I do want to go over the survival test guidelines for anybody new to the channel. This test was created to give these strategies a longer test run to see if they could withhold the test of time. So it's going to be separating the good from the bad. Every system will get a fair shake at 90 spins. That equates to about an hour and a half of live playing time in the casino, so there will not be a time limit. We're going to play out all 90 spins or until the system fails. Every system will get a grade on performance posted at the end of each video. All results are unedited. All videos are posted, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you're new to the channel and want to join me in the quest to finding the best, please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell to stay up to date, because it won't hurt you none, but it might help you some. So with that being said, we're going to jump right into the video and I'll explain as we go. We're going to use dollar. No, actually, we're not using dollar units. We're going to do this. He's putting $5 on the 4-7 split, and then he's putting another $5 on the 16-19 right there. And then now we have a $10 bet on the third dozen. Okay, so that's the layout. All right, this is spin number 1, and I'll explain what we do on losses. And 6 black hits. So yeah, we started with a win. That's 10 bucks. We're at base level, so we're simply rebet and spin. And we got back-to-back wins. Good start. We're up 20 bucks. All right, another win. We will collect and rebet. Up 30 bucks. Okay, so we got our first loss. So he says on losses, what are we doing? All right, if you lose, you Martingale. Let's go ahead and double up the bet. Not a big fan of Martingale, but let's see how this pans out. Seems to have some solid coverage. We have a 29 black. All right, that's 20 bucks coming back. So let's say if you win after a loss, you rebet. Or you reset, sorry. So we are going back to base. $20 bet. We are back to our session high of 30. And that's a 33 black. There's another win, 10 bucks. All right, new session profits at 40 bucks. All right, we're on a winning streak. New session profits at 50. 20 black hit. There's another win. All right. 60's new high. All right, we got a miss right there, so we just double the bet up. Seems very simple, very easy to follow. This is spin number 10. Let's see if it survives the test today. And we got 20 bucks. So we're back to our session high, so let's go ahead and back it up to base level. All right, another win. Beautiful. New session highs at 70. I believe that's a hit again. Look at that. Super lucky, but let's see what happens if we get a bunch of losses. And we're in a new session high of $80. And we got another hit. Definitely in print mode for a while now. That's good. All right, we got another $10 win. So we are in a new session profit of 100 bucks, just like that. Haven't been negative so far. And we got another $10 win. Nice. Up 110. 13 black is a miss. We double. We haven't got any further in the progression than this. And we got a 4 black. Is that a win? I believe so. Okay, we are back to base and keep it safe. So let's back it up to a $20 bet. We're back to our session high of 110. So far, so good. And we got another 8 black. That's another win. 10 bucks. We will collect and rebet. 120 is the new high. And that's definitely a loss. So bet placement the same. We just simply double up. This is spin number 20. And look at that. We have not got past this level yet. Maybe there's something with this coverage. I'd have to look on the wheel to see how evenly it's covered. All right, 120 is the new session high. No, it's actually back to the session high. We got a loss right there, so we're going to rebet and double up. So 120 is the high. Let's see if we get a win right here so we could go back to base. And I believe we got it with a 28 black. Yup, 20 bucks. So we're going back to base and keep it safe. We've been stuck at this 120 mark for a while, but let's see what we get here. And we got another win. That's a $10 win. Stay here, rebet. We're at spin 25. New session profit is 130. Got another hit with the 34 red. Love it. I love these no stress systems. Beautiful. Good coverage, good payouts. I don't like Martingale, but if it works out today, I might try this out. 140 is the high. We got another high. 150. We are climbing the profit. Another loss, but we know what we do on losses. We simply rebet and double up. There's a 29 black. Look at that. We haven't gone past this level yet. Beautiful. Back to 150. There's another $10 win. We collect and rebet. New session profit is at 160. Damn, it's coming up quick. This is spin number 30. That's a 11 black. That's a miss. Rebet, double up, and spin. Wow, still haven't passed second level. All right, rebet. We're gonna back to base. We're back to 160 is the session high. Oh, another $10 hit. New session profit 170. All right, got another miss. Double up. $23 red is another miss. Okay, so furthest we've been so far in the progression. So he is saying double every loss. So now $80 total bet. Keeping in mind we were at 170 was the highest. Let's see what happens here. That is a 12 red. That's 3 misses in a row. Definitely the highest we've been. 160 total bet. Still not in the negative. Let's see what happens on this spin. And we got another loss. That's 4 losses in a row. We rebet. That's why we test. We're going to double up. We're at a $320 bet. And currently hit our low of 130. 26 black is another miss. Oh, no, another miss. Excuse me. That's a $160 win. We're up 30. So we're going to hold the bet right here. We're not doubling up. We're just going to stay right here and simply rebet and spin. That is a 14 red. Another miss. Okay, we are going to double up again. This is why I do not like the Martingale style betting progression, because you get in the hole quick on long strings of losses. And there is a $320 win. We're back up to 30. So we simply rebet and spin. And look at that. We got another hit. 320 bucks. We are in a new session profit of $350. Huge comeback. Got that comeback relatively quick. I do want to point out something. He says if you win 2 times in a row, you always reset back to base. So we're going back to base. Oops, let me go ahead and fix that. We're going $5 here. And then 1619 double street. And a $10 bet on the third dozen. All right. Wow, I guess that's the power of Martingale. That it could get you really stressed, but when you come back, that's a big comeback right there. All right, new session high is going to be 360. So far, so good. Huge profits. Got a little stressful right there, but he does play with the big bankroll. I don't know. I'll have it. I had it in the... He says he uses a bankroll of $2,600, and he says this is a proven winner. Hundreds of tests. He's only lost his bankroll 1 time. All right, so we got the hit right there, so we stay right here, and we are in a new session profit of 370. This is spin number 40. We're nearly halfway there, and we got a loss right there, so we're simply going to double up. So it did withstand, what did we get, like 5 or 6 losses? All right, we got the hit right there, so we are going back to base. Spin 41. $10 win, we will collect. I like to stay at base, and we're in print mode right now. $10 hits are nice. I would have checked out a long time ago, but 380 is the new session high. And doing very well so far. All right, we got a miss right there. Let's keep in mind we are at 390 as a session high. We're going to double up that bet. And a hit, so we could go back to base. Back to base and keep it safe. Boom, 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 boom. And I believe that's another hit with a 28 black. Sure is. We'll collect and rebet. We're at the halfway point of 45 spins, and we're up $400. Now at 410. Go ahead and collect that. Put that in the bank. There's a loss with the 1 red. Rebet. Double up. All right, we lost again, so we double again. $80 total bet. Down to 350. Keeping in mind our session high is 410. We got a hit right there. On wins, we simply keep the bet the same. Keeping in mind we need back-to-back hits, and we just got it with a 29 black. Now we could reset. Let's see where we are in a new session profit of 430. We're going to go back down to base. And that is a total bet of $20. New session high is 430. Very nice. And there's a miss. So we're going to just double up. Very simple. I like these simple strategies. If they pan out, I could roll with it. I just think their progressions, man, it's Martingale's. It can get scary. Definitely can get scary. All right, so we won there. We're going back to base and keeping it safe, guys. Back to 430. This is spin count number 50. All right, we got the hit right there. Simply rebet and spin. Up 440. On losses, double up. I believe that's a hit. Sure is. So we're going back to base. Now I'm making a ton of profit right here, but like I said, it's better to float around between these two levels. Martingale gets out of hand pretty quick. We're back to our new session high at 440, and we are now at 450 in profit. Performing very well. That was a big statement saying that he's only lost his bankroll playing this one time. Or he's only lost his bankroll one time playing this. So we got the loss there. So we double from here to $40 total bet. We're at spin 5, 5. 22 black is a miss. So we must double again. $80 total bet. And remember, anytime after this, we need 2 consecutive wins to reset, which I think we should get. So bet stays the same. We got 24 numbers covered. I like how we are covering each of those, each dozen too. That's what's nice about this layout. And you see back-to-back 29s, back-to-back wins. We are in a new session profit of $470. So we're going to rebet, but we're going to back it up to base level bet, which is a $20 bet. Keeping track of our high is 470. And that's another win with 8 black. Beautiful. Let me know what you guys think. Are we just getting lucky numbers, or is this a solid system? It looks pretty good to me. And any of you guys that follow my channel, you know I do not like Martingale, but this has a pretty solid coverage. 480 is the new session high. We're now at 490. We're almost at $500 in profit. That's crazy. 3 red comes up, and that's a miss. So we double up. Remember, at our second level, we just need 1 hit before we go back to base. And we got it right there with a 6 black. So we're going back to our base level bet at 20. We're at 490. This is spin 60. 10 black is a... Oh, that's a miss. So we're going to double up. And that's another miss. So we got back-to-back misses. Now we must double up again. We're looking for 2 consecutive wins. And that's not any win. Those repeaters are hurting us. Okay, so we double up again. 160 total bet. We did hit a low of minus 290. But with a $2,600 bankroll, I can see this winning more times than not. Okay, 430, we simply rebet. Trying to get 1 more win, and we can reset, and we will be in a new session profit. And just like that, 6 black comes up, and we got it. Let's check our stats. And we are over $500. That's $510 in profit. That was spin 65. Let's go ahead and go back to base. Lay out the bets in the same spot. This is what's crazy too, is like the bet placement staying in the same areas. And it's still coming up with tons of profit. That's crazy. All right, 21 red is a hit. Another $10 win. We will collect and rebet. 520 is the new session profit. Another hit with a 31 black. Dave Want. I like this. 530's new high. 540's new high. We are printing right now. That's what it feels like. We're printing money. 540's new high. And we got a miss with the 2 black. And of course, you got to adjust these down too. If you're using dollar units, you're going to put $1 on each double street. So we are going to double right here. Yeah, you could adjust the unit size however you want. I think I'm going to play around with this. Not sure Martingale's the best, but maybe it is the best for this style. Let me know what you guys think about this. It's playing out very well. With 24 numbers covered, getting 2 consecutive wins. That doesn't seem like too much of an ask. So we need 2 wins. That's win number 1. 1 more, and we'll be able to reset. And we will be in a new session profit, but we did not get it. We got a 0 on that one. Another losing number. We double up. Total bet is 160. We're at spin number 70. This reminds me of that old saying, scared money doesn't make money. All right, we got hit number 1, but we need 2, not just 2 wins, but 2 consecutive wins to reset. And we are not getting 2 consecutive, so we're going to double up again. Total bet is 320. got a 7 red. That's win number 1. Let's try to get one more win. And we got it with a 4 black, 2 consecutive wins. New session profit of $680 freaking dollars, dude. That is crazy. All right, back to base, guys. Same old numbers, same old coverage. Panning out very, very well. Thanks for sending this in, Dave. But of course, we still, where are we at? 75? Yeah, we're at 75 spins. So I'm pretty sure this is definitely going to, I would have checked out. This is great profit for anybody, I think. That's another win. So we're going to go back to base. Now we're matching our session high of 680. This is spin 76. Pretty sure it's going to survive the test, no problem. I wasn't sure it would, though, to be honest with you, with Martingales. But I think that's why it's safe to have that bankroll. Okay, we lost there. We double up. I would use less of a bankroll, though. I feel like you might get away with maybe $500 using this with dollar units. Rebet. We lost again, so we double up. At this point, we're going to need 2 consecutive wins before we go ahead and reset. And we got 1 win right there. Let's see if we could go ahead and grab one more. High is 680. And we got it. 2 consecutive wins. $40. New session is $700 even. So let's go back to base. And spin. $700 profit. This is spin number 80. We have 10 more to go. That's another win with a 17 black. Simply stay right here. Rebet and spin. I love it. I love it. It's just, it's a little scary with the Martingale, but like how I like to play, I could see myself playing with this unit size, a little lower bankroll, and then just shooting low. I'm trying to grab those low hanging fruit. 30, 50 buck range. I'm happy. I'll punch out for the night. And this looks really good. $740 new session high. And that's a 13 black. Let's rebet. And I forgot to double. I'm over here punching the numbers too quick. It actually kind of helped us right there, but let's go ahead and jump back on board. I'm going to double up. Down to 700. We got a win right there. Our high was 740. Rebet. So another win right here would get us back to 740 because I made that little mistake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the bet here one more time to see if I'll get into a new session profit. One more win. Or you could simply reset, but we got the win right there. Beautiful. We are in a new session high of 700. No, I spoke too soon. That's a bad number. So let's double up. We're back down 700. Another bad number came up. Rebet, double up again. I believe I might have lost track a little bit. I think this is spin 88. And we got the hit right there. We need 2 of those in a row to reset. This is 89. Let's see if we can do it. 14 red is a miss. All right, rebet, double up, spin. This is exactly at the 90 spin mark, but I'm going to just finish this progression. Okay, that 90 spin mark is just to give. All right, so we're going to double up again. I just want to see if it's going to come back. Nobody really stops at 90 spins. And okay, see, this is why I'm testing it. Now we're at the highest bet level. $1,280 bet. We need 2 consecutive wins. The lowest we've been so far is 420. And look at that, guys. The dangers of Martingale. Where are we at? All right, so 2,600. We could only double one more time. And that will be a bust if we don't hit. And a 13 black. And of course we busted. So we should have stopped, but we didn't. I wanted to give, show. This also shows you the dangers of Martingale. You saw early on, we got huge profit. It was running great. But if you do get those bad losing streaks, you only need about 4 or 5 and then you bust your bankroll. Okay? So always keep that in mind. I think this is a pretty solid system. Maybe get up, shoot, like what I do is shoot for those low hanging fruit. But I think you could probably slow down this progression a little bit more and not maybe double, maybe try to do a Fibonacci. I'm a big Fibonacci guy, but maybe that one's a little bit better. Still have high coverage. That might work out. But like always, I look forward to seeing all your comments down below because you guys give great input. You guys have some great modifications. A lot of you guys send me a bunch of good stuff via email. If you have any systems you want to run, or if you've seen someone on any other channels that you want me to run and test it out, because a lot of other channels, they don't do the long form testing. They do like 10-minute, 15-minute tops. I have roulette.strategy777 at gmail.com. So you could send me your strategies there or simply put it in the comments below. But like always, guys, let me know what you guys think on this one. And if you like this type of content, give me a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It helps the whole community out. And with that being said, like always, guys, be cool, stay cool. Peace.